Wildlife Sanctuary 10 years later to Moronbamutus, where we're working to preserve the ecosystem.
We also have pangolins, we have daikas, we have reptiles, we have several monkeys, a lot of them.
Our focus is on the critically endangered Cross River gorilla, where we have been monitoring this species in a monthly basis using camera traps.
"25 years ago, a vision was born to protect Cameroon's rainforest, preserve endangered species, and empower the communities living in harmony with these fragile ecosystems. Today, we celebrate the remarkable journey of ERuDeF, a story of hope, resilience, and transformation.
Coming from the science background and having read biology at the undergraduate, what was clear from our perspective was that the species were going locally extinct at a very alarming rate. Coming from a division where initially was a tropical rainforest, and by the time I graduated with an undergraduate degree, most of the division was gone. And I have that impression that something has to be done.
From the beginning, ERuDeF focused on protecting endangered species and restoring ecosystems. In 2003, we began work in the Lebialem Highlands, where we discovered subspecies of the critical endangered Cross River gorilla.
It's one of the biodiversity hotspots of great apes such as the Nigerian Cameroon chimpanzees and the Cross River gorilla. The purpose of this project is to consolidate the management of the great ape population in the Lebialem Highlands.
This led to the creation of the Tafala Hill Wildlife Sanctuary, protecting one of Cameroon's most biodiverse areas.
Well, in the Lebialem Highlands, where we started in 2003, and in 2004 we discovered a subspecies of the Cross River gorilla in the Lebialem Highlands, and this species project led us to the creation of the Tafala Hill Wildlife Sanctuary 10 years later to Moronbamutus, where we're working to preserve the ecosystem.
We also have pangolins, we have daikas, we have reptiles, we have several monkeys, a lot of them.
Our focus is on the critically endangered Cross River gorilla, where we have been monitoring this species in a monthly basis using camera traps.
We're looking forward to creating a 13,000 hectares protected area, status not yet defined. We supported the development of and management of the Mount Cameroon National Park peripheral areas through the conservation of species of trees there we call them microbillineal species, and where we succeeded to rehabilitate close to 20,000 of subspecies into the Mount Cameroon ecosystem. And we started working on the Lonako area, where we have the Goliath frog. The Goliath frog is the largest frog on earth, weighing 3 kilograms or more. And there we are now working to develop a protected area for the only Goliath frog protected area in Cameroon, and of course in Africa. We moved up to the east where we started working in the Njang National Park. We have supported the creation of the development of a management plan of that park. That was in 2014, and subsequently we developed the corridor project that's linking that project, Njang National Park, to the Njang Biosphere Reserve. And that area is 620,000 hectares of corridor work. And we're looking at, we were able to create close to 50,000 community conserved areas to close the gap, linking these two biologically important protected areas, the Njang Biosphere Reserve and the Njang National Park. We are also looking closely at the Lake Chad Basin. Lake Chad used to be the 5th largest inland lake in the world, but today it's no longer because it's drying up. So it's a challenge for us today to find ways to hold the drying of this Lake Chad. We had equal work across the northwest, the southwest before the crisis to support agricultural development through the introduction and support of agroforestry development, organic form of agriculture, and we were supporting close to 500,000 people from northwest, from west, and from parts of southwest.
The Libya Lem Highlands is made up of 3 sections. We have the Tofala Hill Wildlife Sanctuary, the proposed Njongwi Fotabo Esol Atan, and the Tofala Monet Corridor.
ERuDeF's impact extends beyond forests. Initiatives like the Bambutus Reforestation Project aim to restore watersheds critical for biodiversity and human livelihoods. ERuDeF understands that conservation is not just about saving wildlife, it's about uplifting the people who share their environment. Through sustainable development programs, ERuDeF has empowered over 500,000 people by providing alternatives like beekeeping, cassava processing, and agroforestry.
Some of the things the organization have been doing, the organization have donated oil mills for them to process oil palm. They have donated a cassava mills for women to process garri. They have donated piglets, goats, beehives. Those are some of the things the organization are giving to the communities. The objective is to reduce poaching and to reduce famine in the sanctuary.
The ERuDeF are amongst those NGOs which impacted, first of all, the Southwest region. They impacted the other NGOs and the other young environmentalists. They have addressed a lot of issues, especially I know about the water conservation, water catchment. We worked a lot with the water catchment, biodiversity conservations, in terms of protected area, or that issue did a lot, especially when it comes to conservation, to sustainable practices in agriculture, especially in the BLM divisions.
ERuDeF has been able to manage about 500 hectares of protected areas, restore degraded landscapes, and our key species of gorilla, chimpanzees, and the pangolins have also been saved.
Some of our challenges we face in the field, though some of us have the advantage or the opportunity to work with the organization and receive some small stipend that make us not to hunt again, there are still hunters that are still in the community that have not benefited and they don't have the education to stop hunting. So that is a major threat to us. And to some of those farmers that have never benefited anything from the organization, they still continue to develop new farms, which is a major concern for us. So something has to be done in order to stop that.
We are still working on community engagement. So having that cooperation between us and the community is very difficult. Then we should put in more effort to bring community engagement, like to work hand in hand with the community to conserve these species.
In 2017, ERuDeF launched a university to train the next generation of African conservation leaders.
The main purpose for creating the university was to train graduates that are grounded in conservation, which is the focus of ERuDeF NGO. We want to train the products that we will use in our conservation activities in the different landscapes that ERuDeF NGO is implicated.
The conservation industry doesn't have enough specialized personnel. The people we train in public universities and private universities don't have the capacity to do what conservation specialists are supposed to do. So it means that there's a lot of work to do and very limited number of people available. So the ERuDeF University is coming in to increase the number, quantity, and quality of conservation leaders and scientists needed in the conservation industry.
This unique institution combines the hands-on experience with academic rigor, preparing graduates to create jobs and lead conservation efforts across the continent. ERuDeF recognizes that conservation must include everyone, especially women and youth, through the Center for Women, Gender and Humanitarian Services. ERuDeF has empowered over 5,000 women and girls through education and economic support.
The mission of this department seeks to increase the involvement of women, youths, and girls in conservation activities and to promote the development of the women and girls in general. Recently, we joined the girls of GHS Boyatown in celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child. Through that event, we're able to empower them, make them know that they have their rights, they have their voices, and so people should listen to them and get to their own needs.
CAWI aims to expand its reach, empowering even more women and youth to take charge of their future while contributing to conservation.
We need to continue with our economic empowerment for women. We need to support more girls and youths in schools, especially now with the Anglophone crisis that has displaced hundreds and thousands of children from their locations. So we need to support them, providing them school needs.
ERuDeF's journey has not been without challenges.
Part of challenges would be conflicts. Conflict generated by individuals because of their political positions. Conflicts generated because of the political system in which we find ourselves. Conflicts generated because others are simply jealous of the kind of things you are doing. And I think these are basically the kind of challenges we have been facing and we continue to face.
The Anglophone crisis has disrupted projects and displaced communities.
Our first major investment had been in Libyan Highlands, where we invested close to 200 million for livelihoods, economic investment for the people there. But all of this has gone down the drain because of the crisis. We even have a 6-month-old brand new peacock that was abandoned in Njang just at the start of the crisis. So we were developing the palm oil sector there because there's a lot of palm oil there, and we set up 4 giant mills. We're developing the apiculture, beekeeping. By the time everything came to an end, the communities are already receiving close to 20-something million from beehives, honey. We also invested over 20, 30, 40 million in piggery. And we already had about 500 pigs in communities there. And so that one again is history. We also had improving the agricultural value chain, cassava and some other crops. We have set up 12 cooperatives in that area because we wanted to do all of this through the cooperatives. All that is history. We had acquired a machine to produce soap. And because of the crisis, we installed in Njang, and the role of the machine was to produce bio-oil from the William area, where we're working on the Cross River Gorilla project. And that one is also history because no oil from the William, nothing could happen. The contract was oil must come from the sites where we have Cross River gorillas. So just look a little bit. In terms of education, the young people that we have supported education in the William area, most of them today have master's, PhDs, and they're out of this place. So basically, that was our first major investment because that's where we started. And we're moving actually to create a bigger industry for the place. Next is Mount Bamutus. We started working on Mount Bamutus. Part of it, again, it falls under the BLM, and it was closed.
Despite these obstacles, ERuDeF has shown resilience, relocating initiatives and finding new ways to support both people and nature.
Currently, in 2018, we launched a 15-year project to reforest Mount Bamutus and raise agricultural incomes up by 4 times.
Partnerships have been key to ERuDeF's success.
The limited resources put at the disposal of the organizations are effectively used in a sustainable manner in order to achieve its missions.
From international organizations like the African Conservation Foundation to local government ministries, collaboration has amplified the organization's impact.
ERuDeF is working on GLOW with us, especially Ministry of Environment, and even with the Ministry of Forestry. We are working hand in glove for longs. And so that's the first thing. And later on, we cannot organize, especially in the Ministry of Environment now. There's no project we can launch with ERuDeF. Many projects are sponsored by Jeff, the Global Environmental Facility. ERuDeF is always among those projects. We can talk about Sulfur Shack, it's organized. We can talk about Pinesmap project. We can talk about a bottom-up approach project.
We have a very long-term strategic partner. We have the African Conservation Foundation that has been with us since 2003. To date, it's a very reliable, very good partner. We have been together and we are still together. We mutually support each other. We have another long-term partner at the time was Fund and Flora International. That was very useful to us. And a whole range of others, from Wildland Trust, to U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, to Trees for the Future, to a long range of people, organizations, and not to end the communities. The communities with whom we have worked and we support, many are very collaborative. The funds, the paramount chiefs, the subjects of these paramount chiefs